Millions of Palestinians, their lives shattered, seek refuge, fleeing their homes in Rafah as the grip of fear tightens with every passing hour. In the midst of chaos and uncertainty, families are torn apart, forced to leave behind everything they've ever known, clinging to the hope of a safer tomorrow. Their voices, echoing through the rubble, carry the weight of despair as they plead for an end to the violence that has ravaged their lives.
I hope to God that the truce happens. We hope to God that it happens, but what I see that Netanyahu doesn't want a ceasefire. He wants to displace the Palestinian people to Sinai, destroy Gaza, and occupy it.
I don't think Israel will approve the deal. Israel doesn't care about us or our children. Israel only cares about its people. And Netanyahu only cares about being at the top. He doesn't care about the children.
Hope dwindles as families realize that even in Rafah, there's no sanctuary from the storm of violence engulfing Gaza.
They said we have to leave, so we came here where there is nothing, no toilets or tents, and my family is made up of 20 persons. Where can we go? Where can we eat? Our life is miserable.
In a desperate bid for survival, thousands flee to Mawasi, only to find themselves trapped in a harsh reality of scarcity and neglect.
We've been told that the crossings are closed for goods and personnel, in and out. We have been told, because we want, of course, to have access to Rafah, to see what's going on, we have been denied access for the time being.
Israel has strict obligations under international humanitarian law to ensure the safety and access of these individuals to medical care, to adequate food, to safe water, to sanitation. Failure to meet these obligations may amount to forced displacement, which is a war crime.
Despite promises of peace, Israel's iron grip tightens around Rafah, closing off access to essential aid and trapping civilians in a cycle of suffering.
They call us constantly and order us to evacuate. And when they hang up the phone, they continue the bombing. The tanks are very close, and we do not know where to go. Every time we go to an area, it is targeted. We don't know where to go. We will go looking for a place to pitch our tent.
Amidst the chaos, the most vulnerable suffer the most, their cries drowned out by the roar of gunfire and the rumble of tanks. The hospital, once a beacon of hope, now stands on the front lines of conflict, its patients and staff forced to flee in search of safety.
I am tired of life because there is no life in Gaza. Gaza has no future. Gaza. When are our children going to learn if the schools are closed? Gaza has no health facilities and no hospitals. What kind of life is this? How is life going to go on in Gaza?
As the days stretch into endless nights, the people of Gaza cling to hope, praying for a ceasefire that will bring an end to their suffering. Meanwhile, Israel's closest ally, US, has underscored the urgency of reopening crossings that have been closed, particularly in light of recent events like the strike on Rafah.
So one of the things that we've been very clear about, that the crossings that have been closed need to reopen. It is unacceptable for them to be closed. You have heard us say over and over again, we need to upsurge the humanitarian aid. This is why the hostage deal is so important. It would lead to a ceasefire, would lead to making sure hostages, including American hostages, come home and get that humanitarian, more humanitarian aid into Gaza. So Israel has committed to reopening the Kerem Shalom.